Okay, brief overview over the Oxford Equalizer. It came from the Oxford R3 console that one or the other knows. It's a 5-band equalizer with some added filters at the sides that go up to 36 dB per octave, so it's very steep and you can narrow down your audio very, very well. You have a boost and cut by 20 dB, as you can see here. And you have up to 5 different filter types. In filter type 1, you have the same, you have to click this in. You have pretty much the same curve going up and down. In filter type 2, as you might have experienced in the last picture, is you have a very narrow cut for surgical cutouts of problem frequencies, but a wide boost that sounds just more musical. In type 3, it's pretty much like a Neve equalizer, I'd say. So it's just have a different shape, different tone, very nice for vocals. We'll hear it in a minute. And the type 4 is more a mastering type. So maybe I just remove the other ones to give you a better overview over that. So as you can see, if I'm lowering the Q factor, it's just a very wide band mastering type. And if you're running Pro Tools HD, you have a 5th type available if you want, and this is the GML EQ, exactly modeled after the GML 8200 equalizer. So these are the 5 types that you have here. As I said, sidebands up to 36 dB of cut, so it's very, very narrow going on. Okay, so I will go closer into it and give you some listening examples to this equalizer. And I think I will start off with the bass drum, with this preset I had over here. And we just solo the bass drum, and you might listen to the original sound, which is pretty much like that. I boost up the music a bit. It's a nice one, but doesn't really cut through the music as I want and doesn't have a proper bottom end. And the preset I made over here is just boosting the low end, cutting out some problem frequencies around 1 kilohertz, and boosting the higher frequency kick sound at around 3 kilohertz. The nice thing about this plugin is that you have an A/B switch, automatable, that gives you the ability to just try different types of EQing on the same signal. So if I want to go in here and want to try something different out, it's very easy to have some kind of different equalization in here. So if you just want to check out whether another frequency works better for the music you have over here. And as you can see here, I can just switch around and check the different things out. If you're going over, you have a gain adjustment possibility over here, where you can just say, okay, if I'm boosting too much and overloading the output, I can adjust it over here. Okay. Another example where I used this is the Rhodes Piano I have in this music. And if I bypass this plugin, you might experience that there's some boomy low end in the piano playing that is not really nice in the whole mix, because it interferes with the drums and also with the bass. And I just cut it out with this setting. Also cut some very high hiss in the recording to have it cleaned up for the whole mix I have here. And something else where it's always very critical to have a very good equalizer is the vocals, where I just want to go in briefly, and this means I have this equalizer, the equalizer in the vocals. You heard before. We'll have it as a solo now.
I give it to you, you give it to me. We can be.
As you can hear, there is already some
bigger than life.
pre-processing on
So
it,
if you
but it
forget
doesn't really
what it
cut
feels
through
like, you're
the
just
whole mix that we have.
hurting
And for that purpose, I
inside.
removed
So
all the low
many
end.
people
Female
give
voice
up.
normally doesn't
They're
have low
just
frequency in it, so I have to
caught
remove
up
it
in the
with a filter, very steep
past.
filter,
They're holding
and
on,
some
holding
warmth
out, but
in
I
the
ain't holding
150
back
hertz
now.
and some
Let's
presence
make
around
this
2 kilohertz and
last.
some shelving filter
When
up
you
here.
got it, you know it. There's no mistake.
And as you can hear, it just comes more to the front. And what I want to show here is the very nice sounding high frequencies in this filter. So if I'm boosting it very, very much more than I want to have it,
there's no mistaking or faking it. With you, I want to show
it doesn't sound nasty. It's getting very bright, but it doesn't sound nasty. And this is just due to the fact that Sonnox took very much care about the high frequencies. Most equalizers interfere with the Nyquist frequency of the sampling rate, and so you have a drop-off below 20 kilohertz. And this equalizer just is kind of decramped in this area. And if you're using the GML EQ, the frequency goes up to 26 kilohertz. So it's very, very high up, and you have very smooth high frequency for mastering, for example. Very nice to get some glitter and brilliance to all of this.